that I think is different for men than for women, because the way we select each other, we're looking for different things. It takes time, number one, to figure it out, to develop that confidence so that you can actually sit down. And I'm going to loop back to something else that you said, to be able to sit down and be able to thoughtfully and articulately express your intentions and what you're looking for.
My sister sends me like all these TikToks. I deleted TikTok because like that crap was messing with my brain cells. I don't know what it was doing. I felt dumber. I'm sure everyone else feels smarter. I felt dumber. It was me. I'm the problem. But my sister sent me a TikTok, and it was again like these like motivational type people. But I do think what she said was kind of true to a certain extent, where she said like one thing that you cannot accept from a man is like he has to be sure about you. You know, he has to be sure that he wants to be with you.
Wait. Say that again. You shouldn't expect that?
The one deal breaker you have with the man is that he has to be sure about you. So he can be uncertain about his job, his school, his car, whatever. But he has to be certain that he wants to be with you. And
I agree.
That to me, I was like, I've never heard it verbalized that way before. And I was like, that is an incredibly powerful statement that I can agree with. Because the energy I bring to a relationship is, I picked you, so I want you, and I'm sure about you.
I agree with that. One thing I would add to that I think is different for men than for women, because the way we select each other, we're looking for different things, right? So women look for different things in men than men look for in women. So when you said, for example, he might be unsure with his career and where he's going, I would submit to you, he's not going to be able to take a woman seriously until those things are in order.
Yeah.
If he doesn't have his career in order, his finances in order, it's not because he's less than, it's not because he is lost. It takes time, number one, to figure it out, to develop that confidence so that you can actually sit down. And I'm going to loop back to something else that you said, to be able to sit down and be able to thoughtfully and articulately express your intentions and what you're looking for. But going back to the point that you mentioned a moment ago, if you don't take the time in between relationships to actually reflect on why the relationship failed, because it is both parties that are typically involved, very few relationships end one-sided, then you're largely going to replicate the same issue, which means you're going to get the same outcome even if you have a different person. So we have to take that time to step back before you jump into something else, which is largely a distraction, whether you're lonely or not, and actually deal with the person in the mirror. What did I contribute to the failure of this or the demise of this? I don't look at failure as a bad word. That's why I use it. It's an opportunity to learn. That ended for this reason. This is what I contributed. I need to work on me. So when I want to get with somebody else, I can tell them some of these experiences that I had have shaped me clearly into the person that I am. So now when I'm sitting down with Shania, or I'm trying to take Ashley out on a date, I can express to you, these are the things that I'm looking for, and this is what I bring. So then you can take me seriously. You're not sitting down like, so what are you looking for? I don't know. I'm just going with the flow, man. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I hate that.
Right? And you're looking at me like,
I hate it.
I need a little more intention.
I finally learned.
Right?
So.
You might say like, nah, I need a little more intent than that. So to me, like, I'm always trying to advocate for us to slow down, pace yourself. I know loneliness is challenging. I know. But it behooves us in the future. If you want longevity, you got to deal with the stuff that you don't typically deal with. And a lot of times and this is not men and women specific, but we jump into new situations to avoid, not necessarily to avoid dealing with those issues, but we're maybe fighting loneliness. But a consequence of that is you rob yourself of the opportunity to learn.
Oh, yeah.
And pain and hurt is an opportunity for you to learn. It's a challenge for you to actually grow as a person. You can't grow if you're not willing to be challenged. Like, comfort doesn't do anything for you. You actually have to get uncomfortable. I know this from a therapy standpoint. That's literally what we do. We live in the discomfort. You have to learn to be able to breathe in it in order to learn from those situations. So whether it's a relationship situation, whether it's a parenting situation, whether it's me prioritizing myself, learning self-care and appropriate boundaries, I will learn those things, handle myself better, and then I can bring all that beautifully into a relationship.